Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Golding, and we are in your math packet, and we're on page 10, problem number 3. I hope you're getting plenty to eat at home. I know at my house, I'm passing the time by doing some baking and lots of eating. So in this problem, we're eating some sub sandwiches, and that sounds pretty good to me. We're on Math Packet page 10, problem 3. And in this packet, it says George bought 4 sub sandwiches for a birthday party. If each person will eat 2/3, right here, 2/3 of a sandwich, how many people? So how many people can George feed? So he bought 4 sandwiches. Each person will eat 2/3 of a sandwich. We want to know how many people can George feed. So there's some specifics here. It says write a division problem and use a visual model to solve. Then it says, why is this a division problem? Well, we're going to figure that out. Let's look at this. I got 4 sub sandwiches here. They look pretty good. I think that looks like some turkey maybe. Yeah. Most of my kids would take the tomatoes off. One of my kids would take the mayonnaise off. One would want extra mayonnaise. And I think they'd all like lettuce. So, okay, we're going with this. It's a division problem because George has these 4 whole sandwiches, but he's going to divide them amongst friends, right? But each friend will eat 2/3 of a sandwich. So we need to divide all these sandwiches into thirds, right? I'm cutting them. Cutting into thirds. Now, here's one way to do this. Anna is one of his friends. She's going to eat those 2/3. Okay, then Bobby is another one of his friends. He's going to eat those 2/3. Then C, Karen. Can you spell Karen with a C? Or Carla? Carla eats those 2/3. David eats these 2/3. Eileen, that was my grandma's name. Eileen eats those 2/3, although my grandma would eat way more than 2/3. She loved to eat. And then Franny, one of my friends has a grandma named Franny. I think she's 100 years old, Franny. Franny ate those 2/3. So how many friends did George get to feed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 friends, right? Okay, so on your paper, you might not be able to draw sandwiches, but you can draw rectangles, right? Do the exact same thing with rectangles. I always prefer rectangles instead of circles when I'm doing fractions because my circles always come out wonky. My friend Melissa Walker calls this the candy bar method, and I'm better at that. So you could just do that, and you can even divide it up by color. The red friend, right? Here's the green friend, and so on, okay? You don't have to give them funny names. But let's write a division problem, okay? So we have 4 holes, and we're going to divide that by 2/3. We want to know how many times 2/3 is in those 4 sandwiches, right? So we're going to use the algorithm that says we can take that and make it a fraction, 4/1, and we can multiply by the reciprocal, right? Now you could say that's 12 halves, right? Another way you could do that is to simplify before you multiply. 4 and 2 have a common factor of 2. 2 goes into 2 one time. 2 goes into 4 2 times. So we're simply going to multiply across. 2 times 3 is 6. That's a 6. Over 1, which is 6. Isn't that what we found? 6 friends can eat those 4 sandwiches. So let's go back and make sure we answered all the questions here, right? We know it's a division problem. We know we have a visual model, and we have 4 holes, and each of those pieces represents one of the thirds that is going to be eaten. And our visual model shows that solution because we are awesome.